Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Friday, November 3rd, day 94, and I've been waiting to say this for quite a while. This is the last Friday for Big Brother 25. A week from today, we will be done, and we'll have a winner, and that winner will be either Matt, Jag, Bowie Jane, or Felicia. And I still say or Felicia because there is still the slimmest of chance that Felicia does not head home on Sunday. Felicia is was the remainder between her and Suri, as we expected. Suri was voted out last night by Bowie Jane and Jag. No surprise there. She gave her... I was surprised that she didn't get as long of an interview with Julie as I thought she might. I thought she might get like an extended interview. She actually told a story that she was preparing yesterday, or at least she seemed to be preparing yesterday, where she was telling... We saw her, at least in one retell, which is the one I saw. She was telling Bowie Jane how Big Brother was like working in an office for 100 days straight, living there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then... in her story that she told Bowie Jane, she proceeded to name co-workers in the office and their habits that drove her crazy. She did not do that with Julie, but she got to the point where it's like, you're in an office for 24 hours. And Julie kind of cut her off because obviously they had to move on. But she was fine. They showed the jury house, which was a very, very abbreviated thing, at least for me. They didn't show... Corey recapping how he got evicted, which they usually show them all, I thought, but I could be wrong. They did show Blue and America retelling of the double eviction, kind of, with a quick recap. But it is what it is. The house guests discuss things. It seemed like... I can't even remember who I said was rooting for who. I think they showed America and Corey kind of saying who they helped win. I think America may have said maybe Matt. Maybe. And maybe Corey said Jag. I'm not even sure at this point. It really just doesn't matter. We'll talk about it more next week. But as I said, they showed the eviction. They did show they had a household competition, which I wasn't sure if they would, but they did. And it was a quick little booth competition, we call it, where they have to answer questions. They actually looked at comic book pages and had to answer a quiz based on what they saw on the comic book pages. Now, most of the times in the past, and of course it's probably not been this way for 5 years, but in my brain it was this way every year for a long time. So in my brain it's always been this way. But a lot of times, those of you that have watched it for a long time will recall they would do like an overhead, like a circle, where the house guests couldn't see each other. They were facing, the three of them were all facing out, and they would do a before or after kind of a thing, where they would either step out or step back to answer the question, or they would step up a stair or down a stair kind of a thing. So that's how they would answer the questions. This time it was just look at this and tell us what you saw. So it didn't require memory. It didn't require long-term memory. Short-term memory, if you could memorize a bunch of pictures, is what you needed to do. And it was fairly back and forth. I mean, in the end, Jag and Bowie Jane were tied. Felicia missed 2 more than they did, so Felicia was down 2. So she had no shot of winning with 1 question to go. And you saw Matt and Jag, at the very least, both celebrating at the second to last question because they realized that either Bowie Jane or Jag were going to win head of household. And indeed, it came to a tiebreaker. Bowie Jane won because... basically, she's won, I think, all 3 of hers in tiebreakers, maybe. And at least in one of the cases I remember, she won it because she answered a ridiculously, low number, but the other person was so far over that it didn't, they missed it by a mile. She missed it by quite a bit, but Jag changed his answer. And the answer number was 4,000 something minutes or seconds,
And Bowie Jane answered 1,600. And Jag, in the end, answered, I think, 15... Oh, wait, what did he answer? 1,400, I think? Whatever he answered, I don't remember now, and it really doesn't matter. He was below Bowie Jane, so she won it. But he initially had 1,800 marked, and he crossed it out and changed it. So he would have won it, but he changed his mind at the last second. And so she won it. So Bowie Jane has had a household for an abbreviated week. She'll make her nominations. Actually, she made her nominations last night. But again, nominations don't matter. All that matters is the power of veto. And so I thought that she should nominate Matt and Jag, because one of them was going to have to be nominated no matter what. One of them needed to win the power of veto to secure the safety and make sure that Felicia goes, which is what they're all telling each other they want to happen. And so why piss off Felicia if she's going to end up staying? Let her not be nominated. If I were Bowie Jane, I said, look, guys, I'm nominating you both because I'm not picking between the two of you, and I will not. I won't tick off Felicia this way in case she stays. Now, that's selfish on her part to not tick off Felicia's part, but hey, she wanted to have a household, right? But instead, they agreed to do, I think it was a Bowie Jane suggestion, I'm pretty sure it was, to do a random number draw or a random number guess, where Bowie Jane said pick a number between 0 and 100, and she had Matt go first, and I think Matt picked 76 maybe, and then Jag picked 73, and Bowie Jane said the number was 70. Now, I don't know if she drew it out or anything, so it was just a mental thing, so there was no way to check her on this, but maybe she did draw it out. She had to have drawn it out, because otherwise she could just say anything she wanted to and give it to the person she wanted to. And in the end, that's kind of what she did, because she actually, I guess she and Jag conspired ahead of time, and she told him that she was going to pick 70. So Jag knew what number to guess, and that's why he guessed close to what she guessed. So they conspired. So Jag and Bowie Jane are actually conspiring against Matt, which is the one reason I'm thinking there is a slim chance that they cut Matt if they have the opportunity on Sunday. Now, Matt ended up being nominated, so now Bowie Jane is the only person who have not been nominated this season, which is almost comical in a way, because there's a lot of people who feel she hasn't done squat as far as the game goes. Now, she has won 3 head of households, but again, you get down towards the end, somebody's got to win head of household. There's a limited number of people. Yeah. So, where am I at here? Bowie Jane has had a household. She's made her nominations of Matt and Felicia. They are doing the power veto tomorrow. Or no, sorry, they're doing the power veto competition tomorrow. And sorry, I'm at a stoplight. And if Felicia doesn't win it, I would expect her to go home. Now, the thing is, and on the other hand, the way this worked out now is that Bowie Jane has locked in having Matt on the block on Sunday night, unless Matt wins power veto, or unless Felicia wins power veto. Now, or maybe Matt, even if Matt wins power veto, he'll say, hey guys, I trust you and I'm not going to use it. And then Jag goes, well, you should have used it, and votes him out. I don't know. It's potential that it could be that cutthroat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it would. I think they're going to get rid of Felicia, because I think that Jag feels fairly confident that he can beat anybody left in that house if he makes the final 2. But we'll have to see on Sunday. Now, the live comment. Sunday show live. Well, Sunday show is at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. because remember, they pushed it back because of football this year. So Sunday show is at 10 p.m. The actual audience information to sign up and everything is that you're supposed to arrive at 4 p.m. This is all Big Brother time. Well, that's right. The show is at 7 p.m., right? Big Brother time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. But you're supposed to show, let's talk all in Big Brother time or Pacific time. You're supposed to show up at 4 p.m. for the show. That's the same time as the people had to show up today or yesterday, which was a 5 p.m. taping. So they showed up at 4 p.m. for a 5 p.m. taping. There's no reason to think that they would have it any later than that. So the show is going to be recorded or is going to be, take place at 5 p.m. on Sunday from the sounds of it. But it won't show for 2 hours later. So it will be a tape-delayed show. It'll be live, but they will be tape-delayed, which is fine because they'll get to the final three, and then they will do their brunch where they sit around and talk about the show, and they won't show that on the feeds. They'll record all that, and then maybe they'll do part one of the head of household competition after that. I don't know, but they'll have an extra 2 hours before they bring the feeds back to do extra stuff, and we don't really need to see the final three. We know what's happening here for the most part. There's not going to be some critical moment that we're going to miss. Although, again, I don't know when Bowie Jane and Matt when Jag agreed on the number draw thing. I don't know if it happened before the show aired last night or if it happened before nominations took place. I'm not sure if they got alone together. I know it happened in some place because people reported that it had been agreed upon, but I wasn't paying close attention. I was watching Big Brother UK, to be honest, and I kind of had the feeds on off in the corner of my eye, but I wasn't listening to it closely. I was just monitoring to see if they were going to do nominations. So where we're at is the Power Veto. I'm sure at some point this weekend, pop on and tell you who won the Power Veto. So you kind of have a heads up of what's going on Sunday night before the show, because that's really the next live show, the next show that's going to mean stuff. So there you go. That's what we got, folks. I'm just happy we're at the end. I'm just happy we're nearly at the end. I have a live eviction for Big Brother UK. So there's that. Actually, it's a double eviction for Big Brother UK. So we had someone evicted on Halloween, and we've got 2 people getting evicted tonight because they only have like 2 weeks left in that show. So there's a really abbreviated UK version of Big Brother, which I'm fine with. And then actually Big Brother Australia, the show that was taped over at least a year ago or close to a year ago, is finally airing. And its first episode drops on Monday. And they may do like 3 episodes Monday and then maybe 2 episodes a week for a few weeks. I'm not sure what the numbers are going to be for that, but it's airing on Monday, at least the first episode. So we'll have that under my belt to watch and to check out. And again, I do provide this information to people that know where to go look for it. And if you don't know where to go look for it yet, obviously you don't go to bigbrothergossip.com, because that's where I've been throwing these links. And so far it's been working, except for the occasional time that I have to put Big Brother UK up somewhere else. But it's still, the links are still on bigbrothergossip.com. You just have to go to a different website from Daily Motion to get them. That's it. That's what I got, guys. It is... yeah, it's day 94, and it should not be a 94. It should not be a 100-day season. So, with that, I am going to sign off and wish you a happy Friday. And we'll talk to you again some point this weekend where I'll let you know what's going on with the Power Veto. All right, take care, everybody, and thanks for listening. Be well. Bye bye.